Good evening. It is, what day is it? The 22nd? The 23rd, July 23rd. And, oh, actually, I thought it was Saturday. Pardon, I thought it was Saturday. Pardon, I thought it was Saturday that I read that the cosmic storm was the highest. But for some reason, I thought it was Friday in my head. Friday was the 22nd. Very strange. So this is a very strange video, okay? I don't know if I should start with the news story or what happened. Anyways, sorry if anybody's envious of my battle station. Alright, so I get home. And CNET says this. This is a very cosmic video. It's not dealing with psychopharmacology or whatever, magic or crime necessarily, although being abducted by aliens maybe is a crime, who knows. Okay, it says, you can watch a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic explosion from your own backyard. Now, mind you, you must remember, Roswell happened in the year 1947, July 4th, 1947. It says, a big enough supernova to see in the night sky. So, a progression of the nova seen here is a white dwarf attracting decaying material from a red giant that will eventually result in a thermonuclear explosion. NASA. Now, seeing the cosmic phenomenon with the naked eye can be something of a rarity. So once presented, it's a good idea to sit up and pay attention. Okay. So tonight, around maybe 7, I'm in San Diego, right? Chula Vista, a very good UFO hotspot, if I do say most of myself, compared to north. So yeah, I see on this hill looking north towards the city. I don't know why the video looks so shite right now. Whoa, I like downgraded. Okay, hello, is anybody there? So I'm delivering. There. Was anybody there? So I'm delivering pizza. It's like 7 or 8. I'm talking to my brother. I'm laughing. I'm like, oh, those fucking, the car mechanics. It's so hilarious. Are so shiesty. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Just because if you're talking about cyberpunk, the idea that the corporations use goons to fuck with people. But I don't think we're that far into that cyberpunk kind of territory. It's just the jungle, so to speak. So anyways, I'm having a good time. Whatever, I'm in this very expensive neighborhood. It is insane, some of these houses and cars. I don't want to get too much into it, but I've been obsessed with talking to myself about goons. And I see like this Bugsy Malone-ass car, and I said I wouldn't do it, whatever. So anyways, I'm gonna get to the UFO story. Regardless, some important shit may be afoot. And I'm at the horizon looking north, and I see two little lights that are, there's lights in the sky, on planes, drones, what have you. And I see these two little lights. Like, silly. That's good enough. Now looking south, or north actually, towards San Diego. Above it, we're in Bonita kind of area. Really nice. Oh my god, not only is one flashing, there's a second like stealth one right next to it. The fuck? Can you see it? Let's see. I want to see the stealth one. Can't really see it. But yeah, now looking south, or north actually, towards San Diego. This deep. And I get my video box. I'm like, okay, it's time to video these motherfuckers. So one of them is stationary and like stealth next to the other one. I don't know how to explain it. You think that you're looking at it and it's it's one solid object, right? It's not. They're two different ones floating next to each other. One blinking, one stealth, quiet, or kind of stealth. You can see it's like a star, but you can tell that they're closer to you than a star. So I get out my camera, and let's see. When does it start? Here, maybe? No. Let's see.
Right now on the horizon.
What is that? Okay, right now.
It's just floating there with the fucking cell phone to it. You think that it's long plane? It's two of them floating next to each other. Even I maybe saw a third. My eyes are playing tricks on me though, but damn, I see that one. What the fuck? Bro.
Not only is one flashing, there's a second stealth one right next to it. Can't get that stealth one on camera, sadly. You can see it's to the bottom left. Okay. It's really nice, but it's so... Let's see what it is. So... And then it just sat there looking at me. And I'm like, oh, it's just a crime drone, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Let's watch this one more for good measure, because this one was impressive. I was like, whoa. Let's see. It's just floating there with this fucking cell phone to it. You think that it's fucking... God. Where is it? Plane? It's two of them floating next to each other. It was just so weird how it was on the horizon level. Damn, I see that one. The same exact light. What the fuck? Bro. Or lights, pardon me. There's two, maybe three. And then in my previous story, like 6 weeks ago, I did see two little diamonds and then there's this loud roar. And I was like, I thought, maybe, is that them? And then I realized, oh, maybe there's fighter jets coming to fight them, unfortunately. I know this is really crazy, but it's all sci-fi. It's just embellished sci-fi. It's just for entertainment. And then I get back to work. I say, as usual, I decided to put on the AM radio, super obnoxiously loud. I put on the AM 530 for a split second, thinking I should go to the higher frequencies. Which Teslas, unfortunately, do not have AM radios. Sounds, and I swear to God, on the 530, it was like this a solid radio station, or like a solid Mexican TV station, not fucking static. But yeah, fucking trippy. Do I see the third one? What's it? It's the Ravers. What is this one? Let's see. This one's still because I've never seen it. Okay. Let's see. We got... Can we slow this down just for a second? No. This way? So yeah, they're in the sky, or at least this one I see the blinking light by me. It's gonna turn right. There's, I don't know. Now the key radio stations to listen to is the bottom of the dial and the top of the dial, and then just all the in-betweens. You know, that's if you like listening to awful noise, awful harsh, weird noise, but... Let me see. Get this played up. Just one more moment. This one. I just want to see the flash. Proof that it's a different spot in the sky. Flashing. You can't see with the playback. And throughout the night, also I've been blasting Detroit electro techno, which is like the most high-tech, futuristic music. It's like, it's like Star Trek ghetto music. I love it. His name is DJ Godfather. Look it up. Amazing scratching skills, amazing transitioning skills. Oh, and the tracks are just fucking, bangers. And then, also, I'm thinking about, we started talking about Vegas because Evo just happened. And, but in my mind, I'm thinking about Detroit because Detroit and detritus, how fucked up Detroit is now, unfortunately. Like there's that GM plant that's a 3-mile long tunnel and just desolate. I'm like, UFOs probably check out there, but I think maybe somebody out there likes my music because when I was playing my own music, oh my God, they hated it. Humans hated it, but regardless, okay. There's CIA 0. It's doing that thing where it's nonstop. So, 530 picks up like remote control, like bleep, 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 bleep. and like, you know, back in the day they had those noisemakers that's like the little Atari noises. If you put a radio to 530 and then, pardon me, you put the noisemaker next to it, it plays through the radio. It's that kind of thing. So also as well, it was used to be called CIA0, C1A0, and it's no longer that. It's some Nova Scotian Canadian station, quote unquote. But regardless, so yeah, I noticed down here, if you go into North County, it goes, oh, this is the highway, blah, 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 safety advisor, and it just keeps repeating that. It's like jams out the signal. But down here, I used to go out to looking towards Mexico, the pitch darkness. I would vape and I play ZI0, and it would always play this whining. For hours. I'm just doing it now too, and you know, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe in Canada they like to play singing. It could be like spying on Muslims, doing Paul and Mecca. I don't know, whatever. But it doesn't sound like that at all. To me, it sounds like say signals, whatever. So yeah, Patrick is a little upset right now because I was screaming, I'm not trying to freak out, I'm freaking out. Yeah. I had to pull over within 5 minutes. And even the area I pulled over to is like, it looks very strange down here. I'm trying to not give away too many secrets, but it's like you look at these houses and you're like, how did the houses get there? And it's in this big cutout valley. It's very strange. It almost looks like there was a meteor crater and they somehow got around to it. It makes no sense. I know that's a horrible paranormal schizophrenic kind of narrative. It's just houses, but it looks weird how the mountains are. It's very beautiful though. Very amazing. And just the way that when I've gone to that area so many times, there's like, people just have weird vibes. So yeah, group, they meet up at the thing, whatever. So next one. Yeah, oh yeah. So the thing is, there's also a side narrative too about all this, is like they're saying it's an explosion in the sky or meteors. I think maybe the meteors themselves somehow are like made of plutonium and uranium, something like that, you know, or you know, some kind of crazy element that makes glitches happen. So they might not be even sentient things. Makes glitches happen. So they might not be even sentient things. They might just be like pure physic energy happening, and that's what causes this kind of glitchy, weird phenomena. But I think just as much in the human brain, the human biocomputer, that these bioelectrical signals that, you know, power our heart or brain, they can glitch out too. But I actually believe more so in the ET phenomena than that ETs don't exist. So let's get on to this. I'm going quick because so these videos always take forever. It just sounds bad, you know what I'm saying? The bass. So yeah, jamming out to some AM 530 and 1750, kind of 1760, I forget. You go down the bottom, it's like pure, and then you go to the very top, you get a lot of clear Mexican stations, but there's a couple of them where it just sounds like people talking, like ham jammers, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a radio geek entirely, but later in the night, at one point, I turned to AM 1000. And in another video, I haven't posted it, but it's like a Catholic station that, like, I heard them say the word Aurora like 70 times in like 4 or 5 minutes. But the thing is, it didn't sound exactly like a one person talking at the normal pace. It sounded like a robot kind of, and it's like, hail to the Lord, and I don't even know. I know it's so weird to be like, you're listening for aliens to your car radio while you're delivering pizzas. Okay, you're a fucking loser. Okay, but the thing is, I spend so much time at night, and I love looking at the sky, and the weird stuff. But when the sun goes down, the ionosphere lets AM signals bounce further. And that's the fascinating part about all this stuff, especially if we're talking about the solar storm type stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, in this article, I want to read the rest of it. They go, okay, we haven't seen this thing since 1946, 1 year prior to Roswell. Okay, let's see. You can always hear government people, or powerful. I think you could typify it as powerful people screaming through the radio at me, being like, "You fucking you get you drug-headed crackhead, whatever, blah blah blah." It just keeps going and going. Like the way that they scream is so weird. It's like harsh noise in a kind of like over the edge, but in the most like trollish way. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. So yeah, the school board. It says like Ethernet. It's like a couple pages of just code. Oh, so it's just code. I'm sorry. And dude, some of the stations sound so good when you do that thing. It sounds like just like, and then also this thing is it goes. And the station sounds so good when you do that thing. It sounds like just like, and then also this thing is it goes. It's like this weird like cymbal sound that is like, how would one even be able to reproduce it? That's why noise and art and the art of noise is an important thing, because musically, how are you able to reproduce some of these things, right? I sample them, put them into horrible
rather cute too. When I went by the school, 60 minutes away, the fucking board had just like weird code on it. It's like Ethernet. A nice UFO in the sky, a blue one, or not UFO. It's just a fucking dimension, or to think about.
So yeah, with the spread of AI, the Internet of Things, and the solar storm, I think it's a perfect sort of equation for these sorts of things to actually be possible. But I don't know if they're necessarily like wanting to talk to us, and it's not just because they're afraid that humans will kill the planet, blah blah blah. It's that they actually have to, like a time traveler, they can't make themselves known exactly, because that would like either slow them down or like kill the ability to do it, or kill them. It's just which is a kind of a funny idea of how maniacal sometimes I think.
Yeah, which is a kind of
but it's fascinating.
So the thing again, my thing about you good 530 to hear the bass, like the very bass electrical frequencies.
Oh yes.
But you turn it up, especially if there's a solar storm. You want to turn up the frequencies depending on the range, the distance that you think it's far away, and you get some interesting sounds. That's if you're an aficionado of listening to this horrible fucking poopy noise, then it's a good trick.
At this point, I leave it. I don't know if I'm going to say a customer's address, so I don't want to do that necessarily. 1 second. Oh yeah. One of the most annoying parts at work, though, is they print out these labels. And Eric Davis, in a book called Technosis, he's the editor of Wired magazine. He said that the bar is the controlling medium, kind of like the mark of the beast, something like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then maybe Patrick knows about it, how UPC code, it's a symbol that actually stores data, right? But when you look at the labels, you try and look at, like, say, the address, it always has like a barcode, like, it's hard to see this, it's hard to see that. I was complaining, I'm like, God dang it, they just need to make plain labels. Now, I'm not one to believe in the mark of the beast at all, anything like that. I'm much more ahead, but when I heard that from him, which sometimes I think he has I'm a little scared of his ideas, honestly, but it's remarkable kind of what he's compiled. I really want to recommend, there's a UFOs and Aliens podcast he's on. It's like about 2 hours capacity, but I know it's different. I think there's only so much that would be like the only thing that would be our connection to it. Well, rather the inventor of the atomic bomb or print out these labels. And Eric Davis, in a book called Technosis, he's the editor of Wired magazine, he said that the barcode is the controlling medium, kind of like the mark of the beast. I'm like, what are you talking about? And maybe Patrick knows about how UPC code, it's a symbol that stores data, right? But when you look at the labels, this is so stupid. You try and look at, like, say, the address. It always has like a barcode, like, it's hard to see this, it's hard to see that. I was complaining, I'm like, God dang it, they just need to make plain labels. Now, I'm not one to believe in the mark of the beast at all, anything like that. But sometimes I think he has I'm a little scared of his ideas, honestly, but it's remarkable kind of what he's compiled. I really want to recommend, there's a UFOs and Aliens podcast he's on. It's like about 2 hours, and it's really fascinating. It talks about, well, maybe UFOs are just like Hollywood entertainment and they want to make like a salacious story. It may not be that, but it goes entertainment and they want to make like the young kid asks, oh yeah, okay, because people, or all the satellites, it's a red herring. Bullshit. But when you look at the labels, this is so stupid. You try and look at, like, say, dang it, they just need to make plain labels. I really want to recommend, there's a UFOs and Aliens podcast. He's DMT or mushrooms, the idea about, it's like Hollywood entertainment and they want to make like a salacious story. It may not be that, but it goes into it further. Like the young kid asks, oh yeah, okay. If anybody's watching this in their experience with like DMT or mushrooms, the idea about, entities, hallucination entities, blah, blah, blah. And it's so, and I really realized it was so juvenile to believe that would be like the only thing that would be our connection to it. Well, rather, it's technology. With every advancing layer of technology, it gets a little bit closer. And that's why I knew that the story in Lane, Serial Experiments Lane, the anime from 2000 or 2001, people are like, episode 9, it's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's a story, and it's just worthless. It's a red herring. Bullshit. That is. I don't know about the end where it talks about Misami Eddie getting killed, blah blah blah. That connects it to it, but the whole thing about Roswell and Vannevar Bush, the inventor of the atomic bomb or whatever, because some people would say that bombs aren't real. I don't know about that. Whatever. But regardless, Vannevar made something that preceded computers called Ninex, and it was like a kind of like a illuminated screen that could project things onto it, and it was like a desk from like the 40s. It looks so weird, like so steampunk. But I think what Memex was created 2 years before Roswell. So instead of just audio data from radios, I think we began to project kind of like visual information into space to the aliens, and that's what got their attention, their curiosity. And then, okay, so the juvenile thing, oh yeah, DMT, mushrooms, alien, trip, and that's what they come in, the spores can survive in vacuum, cold vacuum. So, and I'm not going to go the whole Terrence McKenna thing, but it's a requirement. The thing is, like, it's so juvenile because it's like, wait, we're forgetting about the whole, like, military-industrial complex, creating the internet, creating the satellite, all the... I keep forgetting this one. This Russian thinker talks about the noosphere and the toposphere, but all the satellites in the toposphere or whatever, surrounding the Earth, and the upgrade of human brain capacity that Tim Leary talked about with the internet, and that connects us deeper, that is like sort of feeding back. Even the Internet of Things, when there was solar storm just first started happening, one of our light bulbs went out, and I always blame Patrick, but I know it's different. I think there's only so much like space, data or something in space where it begins to cause problems. I could be wrong. It could be, who knows? But, and also lastly, with AI, then another story of mine, I still haven't published yet, about Raymond, that AI has gotten so advanced that's also why aliens are interested. Like, oh wow, you can, without the humans being able to stop us from paying attention to it, we can ask it questions, because he's also saying, oh yeah, you can talk to it in any language. That's a basic thing, Henry. You didn't know that? And I'm like, I did, but come on, don't be a little bit nicer. And then what else? It has access, the AI has access to every encyclopedia all this information, and none of that because it was made by the military-industrial complex as a weapon of war, spying. That if it's gone completely sentient and outside of humans, or you know, that it also can tap into all, or as you know, all the phone, all the information it wants to. And this is what it's like. It's like a magnet. You can't stop it. You can't stop. It's like, you know what I'm saying? A magnet pulls apart, spits together. It's pulling together this time. And yeah, you know, maybe there is a what is it called, hipster or whatever, magical kind of way of looking at it, being like, oh, you know, it's just Aquarius, blah blah blah. But if you're appreciate my videos, a lot of actually, at one time, I was a deep skeptic about everything. Pretty much, it was like one of my favorite things to study, and I'm a UFO skeptic totally. It's just stupidity, basically. But that's come around where it's kind of like reversed in some ways, and then irreversed in other ways. Where, you know, I don't believe in a lot of magic, a lot of spiritual faith stuff, but I do believe, yes, that as I was saying to one of my coworkers about the book Communion, or the story Communion, it's like, man, there's been fucking waves of UFO sightings like for fucking 60 decades, 70 decades, and they're always like, oh, military flares. Oh, military. It's like every fucking single time. If it's not, at least if there's one occasion where it's not, that's something different. Oh, you mean swamp gas? Yeah, sure. But I don't always have the kind of like pedestrian kind of understanding of it, that it's like, oh yeah, it's just little gray men that probe Uranus. No, there's always deeper and deeper ways of looking at it. Like, you know, I do believe in Gaia to some extent and in that kind of sort of thing, but you know, it helps. I'm sure if I was like a biologist, because I do want to study astrochemistry, that I'd have a little bit better understanding of it. But even then, it's like, so much science is always dictated by the means and medium that it is tested with. You know what I'm saying? And that is always evolving and changing. Let's go on to the next one.
Ready to go.
So,
112.
oh wait, I don't want to say the customer's address. So at this point, I think I'm at like listening to 1280 on the AM. I swear to God, it's so funny. It's like, if pandemonium occurs, insurrection occurs, and it's like, kind of like I said, sometimes it seems like they're mad at me for being such a but it's like, call the police and the hospital. I'm like, what? And it's just like, it's not real radio, right? Or it's not out of the normal kind of musical radio.
Dude, this thing was moving so fast and so slow. I know you're like, it's just aircraft, shut up! How it was moving fast and then moving.
Oh, wait, this is when it begins to get weird. Let's see. I don't know why there's one randomly me in the daytime, it looks like. Let's see.
Just kidding. Have a good night for now, I guess. I'm gonna try and
Okay.
pilots. If you watched it, for you.
Damn it. Where's the good one? Where it says about, because you know, some
If you're being really called the police department in the hospital. Sure. Dude, but that sound? How did they do it? Go. No.
Oh.
No.
But this is an important part. When after it gets very strange, and I know, that's why I was saying to go to the other room. But sorry, honey bear. It's gonna be up pretty much done soon. I recently saw a video about being able